All right, let's dive right in. We're going to talk about something that's all around us, affecting every move we make, even if we don't realize it. It's called the money illusion.
And I want to kick things off with a question that might sound a little strange at first. The money you have, in your wallet, in your bank account, is any of it real? I mean, seriously, think about it. What's the real difference between a $100 bill and your grocery list? Not much, really. They're both just pieces of paper. The only reason one gets you a steak dinner and the other doesn't is because, well, we all agree it does. It's a collective story we've all decided to believe in. And that shared belief, that's the magic behind the whole money illusion.
So, to really get a grip on this, we've got to rewind way back. We're about to uncover a secret that's been hiding in plain sight for like 700 years. And believe it or not, it all starts with something you might have in your house right now: a bench.
Yeah, a bench. It's wild, but the word bank literally comes from the old Italian word banca, which just means bench. See, back in the 15th century, money changers didn't have fancy offices. They did all their business sitting on these simple wooden benches, right in the middle of the marketplace.
And these guys took their business very seriously. If one of them couldn't pay back what he owed, you know what they did? They literally broke his bench in public. And that's where we get the word bankrupt, a broken bench. It was the ultimate public shaming for financial failure.
Okay, so fast forward to today. A bank obviously isn't just a bench anymore. But what is it? I think most of us picture this giant, impenetrable vault full of cash, right? But that's not really the whole story. A better way to think about a modern bank is as a kind of financial matchmaker. Their whole job is to take money from people who are saving it and connect them with people who need to borrow it.
So, how does that matchmaking actually work? Well, when you go and deposit, say, $1,000, the bank doesn't just stick it in a vault with your name on it. Nope. They're legally required to keep a tiny piece of it, maybe 10% on hand. But the other $900, that's loaned out almost instantly. This whole system has a name: fractional reserve banking. And here's the crazy part: it only works because the bank is betting that we won't all show up and ask for our money back at the exact same time.
And that system, that whole matchmaking idea, that brings us right back to the main event, the great money illusion.
The key to all of this is figuring out what gives money its value. See, it used to be simple. We had commodity money. A gold coin was valuable because, well, it was made of gold. The value was in the object itself. But that's not how it works anymore. Today, we have what's called fiat currency. And this is where it gets weird. This money has no physical backing. Its value exists only because we all agree it does. It's a social contract. That's right, the dollar in your pocket only has value because the government says it does. And, this is the important part, we all collectively agree to go along with it. The whole thing, the entire global financial system, is built on nothing more than trust.
So if this entire system is running on trust, then the system needs a way to measure how trustworthy you are, which brings us to what I like to call your adult report card.
And that report card, that's your credit score. A lot of people get this wrong. It's not about how much money you have. It's basically your financial reputation boiled down to a single number. It's the system's best guess as to whether or not you're good for your word. And it all gets distilled into this one little number, usually somewhere between 300 and 850. Just 3 digits, but they can have a huge impact on your life. Just how big of an impact? Well, a high score can be the key to getting that car loan or that mortgage for your first home. A low score, it can slam those doors right in your face. But here's where it gets really frustrating for a lot of people. What if you're young, just starting out? If you have no credit history, the system basically treats you like you don't exist. You're a financial ghost. And you get stuck in this crazy catch-22. You need to get credit to build your credit score, but nobody wants to give you credit because you don't have a score. All right, there's one last piece to this whole illusion we need to talk about. And it's something that's affecting your money right now, this very second, whether you see it or not. Think of it as the melting ice cube. What I'm talking about is inflation. It's like a ninja in the night. You don't hear it coming, you don't see it, but it's silently stealing the value, the purchasing power, right out of your savings. The $100 you have today, it'll buy you less stuff next year. That's inflation. Let's stick with that ice cube idea. Imagine your $100 is a perfect, solid ice cube. A year from now, that ice cube has melted a little bit. It's still there, but now its purchasing power is more like $97. A few more years go by, and now you've just got a small cube sitting in a puddle in water.
Your bank statement might still say $100, but what it can actually buy has shrunk.
So what do you do about this? The big takeaway is that if you just let your cash sit there, it's guaranteed to melt. To get ahead, you have to find a way to make your money grow faster than inflation can shrink it. That means moving it into assets, things like stocks or real estate that have the potential to grow faster than the ice cube melts.
Look, I know this stuff can seem kind of complicated, maybe even a little scary, but just understanding these hidden rules, that's the first and most important step to actually winning the game. So let's do a quick recap of the rules of the game. Rule 1, a bank was originally just a bench. Rule 2, the money in your pocket is just a shared story we all believe in. Rule 3, your credit score is just a number that measures how much the system trusts you. And Rule 4, your savings are a melting ice cube thanks to inflation. And that leaves us with one last big question. The system, it has its own definition of value, right? It's all based on benches and beliefs and scores. But now that you know the rules, what does value really mean to you?